welcome again to Roland's Reviews. We don't need no education. Hit that like button, folks. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. Oh my God. I had to go way back for this one, folks. I missed you. I was conversing with some people in the comment section, and I have missed you as well. I am back from my teachers' conference, and thank goodness. OMG. It's always good to leave, but God knows it's always good to come back home as well. Now I have to recuperate. So I hope that everyone has been doing all right this week. And I told you I would try to go live on Thursday, but I was just worn out. And then when I got off of the highway and unloaded the truck, I was like, okay, no. I did not have the energy to, excuse me, to jump on and do a live. And if I can't give 100%, just forget it. I don't want to do it. Okay. So I have, and I had some content ready, but I was bushed. If you've been to conferences and conventions before, you know they start really early and they run you ragged all day. And then you come home and you need some recouping time. And so that's exactly what I had to do. Those of you just coming in, please hit that little thumb. That is the like button. And possibly we may be able to get YouTube to share the stream out with more folks. And hey, the more, the merrier. And also, if you want to help the channel out, you can share this stream out on your Facebook page, also on your Truth Social page. Okay, yeah, I'll start the roll call momentarily. And I'm glad some of you dropped in. And I know everyone's busy. And I tell people, I just appreciate you dropping in and hitting that little thumb. If you can't stay, I get it. People are busy. Hi, Rhonda. I see you. Thank you for dropping in. Because people are always like, oh, I'm busy. I'm like, that's fine. I get it. We're all busy. We are all busy. All right. Let me give you about one more minute to fill the chat room up. And this is one of my favorite songs. We don't need no education. How appropriate, right? For the subject matter. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Tell me the artist. Tell me the year. Teacher, leave them kids alone. So when I was a kid, this was our rebellious song. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with our roll call. If you'd like for me to call your name out during the roll call, just say hello, or you can send an emoji. That way I can see who's here. And hey, now if you see, some of you have numbers by your name, so that's something that YouTube has started. So that's for the people who leave the most comments. Now YouTube is ranking you by the number of comments that you make. So what I may do is for the people who have the most comments tonight and tomorrow, we'll see if we can't send you maybe a Roland's Reviews channel t-shirt or something of that nature. Okay. How are you doing? My girls was the first person here. And thank you. My girl said, glad you're back. Me too. My girls, I had to harvest tomatoes and peppers from my garden. OMG. They were screaming, please pull me off of this vine. And I obliged. So I got to eat some of my tomatoes from my garden. So that was nice. We're at Maga Tamara. Hello, dear. How are you? My girls, I missed all of you as well. OMG, when you get used to doing something and then you're not able to do it. Yeah, I missed all of you. I really did. Maga Tamara says 734 million missing. Wow, I hate when I see sent money and forget where I put it. Yes, Maga, can you imagine 734 million? Geez, hope you guys have had a good week. Yes, my girl is finally Friday. So yes, Tina, of course, is here. How are you? Florida is here. Where are we? Chicago Hood. We're talking about Chi-Town again, of course. Katrinka, thank you, Chicago. I'm glad I'm back too. I missed all of you and I wanted to go live, but again, if you've been to conferences or conventions in your profession, you know they run you ragged from 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you're just spent. The Arena Uncensored, hello. Beverly is here. Hi, Alley Cat, meow. She's here. Robert's here. Robert, make sure it's on all notifications. Okay, yes, Stacy, yes. Florida, thank you, love. Um, Robert, yeah, check that. Make sure that's on all. Okay, dear. Dorian, how are you? Okay, all right, Florida. I got Stacy. I got her. Oh my goodness. So, welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to be here. Now, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know that we have talked about the billions with a B of dollars that have been spent on non-American citizens. Now, I am going to break down. Now, you've heard me lambast blue cities. They have horrendous standardized test scores. They have horrendous grades, period, as it relates to school. So those of you, I have a few of you who are, I have a couple of retired teachers. Doreen, how you doing, love? And you know how that goes. Rhonda, I think you're just getting into the teaching profession. I'm glad to be back. My dance and cheerleader had me busy. Okay, Rhonda, what else is new? So Rhonda, correct me. I think you're just getting into the teaching profession. So I think that's what you told me. The teachers here in Chicago only care about the money. Doreen, the teachers union, they drive what happens in education. The kids are getting dumber and dumber. And you know, I have the receipts. And so that's just where we are. And all I can say, folks, is we've talked about it, several videos, not one, not two. We've had prosperity on. We've been talking about Chicago. Now, I did have one subscriber ask, why are you always talking about LA, Chicago, New York? Why don't you talk about where I live? Okay, and I gave her a very simple answer. If I talk about a little small town, it's not going to gain any traction. LA, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, the large metropolitan cities, that's what gains the traction. So you can't, I mean, I could do videos on smaller towns, but you know, I hate to invest that time and effort for 200 people to see a video. All right, yes, hit that like button. If you will, please share this stream out. Agent Orange, how you doing? Meow. Agent Orange is back. I am back in the saddle again. And those of you who are just coming in, you missed it. I've already sang the first song. We don't need no education. Somebody give me the artist in the year. All right, let's get into it. Oh my God. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave those kids alone. Oh, okay. CTU Mafia gangsters. Boom. Yes, they have hijacked the people of Chicago. Now, if I were a parent and I had a child in Chicago's public schools, I would have a serious issue with this. All the money spent on illegals is sickening. Now, look at American children. And God knows Chicago is in no position to lose money. They're woefully behind. How you doing, Lamont? Well, we're glad you're here. Lanita is a retired educator. Lanita, tell me what your thoughts are on this. CTU, they're more powerful than the May. Doreen, no lies were detected in that statement. The teachers union runs it. Yes. Florida, my husband taught in Chicago's high schools. He said he knows how much dumber they are getting, and it's on purpose. That's right, Florida. That's the Democratic voting base. Oh, and before I forget, Detroit HTTV. I don't know if he's here. He sent me a video. I must be doing something right, folks. There's a channel out here, and he made a video talking about me roasting Rollins, and he has my thumbnail, and he has flames coming up, and he's talking crap about me and other conservative commentators, content creators, however. How you doing, Detroit? Detroit, thank you for sending that video. I watched that video, so I'll have a treat for you maybe tomorrow. We'll go over that. Yes, hit the like button, share this stream on Truth Social and Facebook. Detroit, share this stream out, please, love, on your social media pages. Thank you so much. All right, so Chicago Public Schools lays off nearly 1,500 teachers, staff, and members. Now, you know I'm very limited in my titles, so I just said teachers, but it was more than just teachers. So if you look, 432 teachers represents 1.8% of the teaching force, according to the district. So Chicago Public Schools laid off nearly 1,500 teachers and staff members on Friday, citing changes in school enrollment and academic programming, district officials said. Now, someone please type in the comment section for me the real truth that we have been discussing so far as the budget deficit in Chicago, as well as other blue cities, otherwise AKA also known as sanctuary cities. Agent Orange, hey Detroit, been checking your videos out. Keep rocking. That's right. Detroit, drop your thank you, Detroit. Detroit, go ahead and share your channel link. Make sure you're here, folks. Me and Detroit, we're gonna get on. And how you doing, Blexit? Hit that like button, dear. Detroit and I are collaborating, so we're going to get together and do a video. I don't know if we're doing it tomorrow, either tomorrow or Sunday. So make sure you're here for that, because he's going to do some lambasting of his own. So look at this crap, folks. And we can read through these lines. We know where all the money went. If you've been here for a while, our good sister, Miss Prosperity, she's been on here on the front lines, in the trenches, fighting when they were trying to jack up taxes through about $300 million on the citizens, like Prosperity, who are business owners, who are homeowners, who are trying to survive, and they fought it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we know where the money went. So stop this. And you know they're going to give other excuses. How you doing, Prosperity? Everybody say hello to Prosperity. Prosperity, tell us, you're there in the thick of it in Chicago. Tell us what your thought process is in reference to this subject matter at hand that we are currently discussing. So here it is. CPS, in a press release announcing the job cut, said the majority of employees impacted by layoffs have historically obtained new positions within the district ahead of the new school year, and once again expects that to be the case. Okay, so you know they always throw a little sugar on it, trying to flip Chicago red. Okay, Doreen. Yeah, so they're trying to sweeten it up, but we know, hit the like button. We have about 40 people in here. Only 23 have hit that like button. So please, how you doing, Kami? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am back. All right. Back in black. AC/DC. All right, here we go. I got off task there for a moment. So it says These staffing adjustments are part of a statewide effort to align resources more equitably and strategically based on school enrollment trends, academic programming, and student needs, the district said in the statement in part. A total of 1,458 employees, that's the number they're giving us. Blexit da Comunità graduated from high school the year No Child Left Behind was implemented in 2001. I'm so glad I left high school in 2001. Blexit, and actually that with the high stakes testing, 1996 is when they really started with that high stakes testing. Yes, Lord Jammer, I missed you all. I am back. Thank God. All right. So right here it says of those educators, 123 were special education teachers. Also affected were 311 paraprofessionals. So by that they mean the teacher assistants, basically. Okay, the TAs, and school-related personnel, including teacher assistants, restorative justice coordinators, tech coordinators. The Chicago Teachers Union issued a response on the layoffs, writing in part, instead of a restful summer break, we're in the middle of what has become a harmful and distressing annual ritual at CPS. According to the union, the job cuts amount to roughly 1% of the workforce, which is far lower than layoffs experienced by CTU members in 2024. CPS also announced new measures to prevent layoffs, including creating dedicated placement pools for special education classroom assistants and special education teachers. Multiple hiring fairs will also take place this summer to connect affected employees with new opportunities, the district stated. The teachers union said retention pools it worked to create, will give a majority, if not all employees, the opportunity to be rehired. Together, our union has fought for and won safety nets to lessen the impact and open new opportunities for impacted members through our retention pools. And we're fighting for the funding to provide quality school days and stable staffing to all our school communities, CTU stated in part. Now, what are your thoughts? Vicki, how you doing? What are your thoughts on this, folks? I want to know what you think. Hit that like button. That's that little thumb. The little thumb is directly up under the channel name. Only 28 have hit it, and we have about 41 people in here now. So let's go ahead, help me out. YouTube will share it out if I can get you to hit that little like button. And it won't cost you anything, okay? Promise. Lamont, horse pucky. Yeah, exactly. You see how they give you the dismal statistics, and then they'll have a chance. Yeah, okay. We'll see. All right. So again, someone tell me, because it seems I have forgotten. Why is there over $1 billion, an over $1 billion shortfall in money in Chicago? Someone tell me. Tina Dorian, No Child Left Behind was a sickening move. Yeah, that was Bush too, where they told all kids, everyone's going to a 4-year university. That was a mess. And we're still trying to recover from that. How you doing, U.S. Army retired? Thank you for your service, sir. Blah, blah, blah. Trying to cover up their poor money management. Thank you, U.S. Army. Thank you. So I'm just going to share a few of these videos with you. This is ridiculous. And then I'm going to share some statistics with you. DEI hiring. Yes. Lord Jammer, corruption. Yes, Lord Jammer. Oh my God. I really would like to know whose brainchild was No Child Left Behind. Connie, that happened under Bush too, and it was a disaster. There was so much waste, fraud, and abuse that I started teaching when it was really wrapping up with the high stakes testing, and they were paying teachers that got good test scores, and there were all these cheating scandals. It was a mess. All right. And so here we go. Hit that little thumb. That's the like button. Okay, we got 30 people to hit it. We're gaining ground. All right. Okay, so let's watch this clip, and then we'll continue.
150 teachers and staff members at Chicago Public Schools are looking for work after the latest round of layoffs. CBS 2's Susanna Song is live in Brighton Park at Kelly High School, which will lose 22 positions. Hi, Susanna.
And they're going to lose more than that, because for those that are not in education, let me tell you how this works. When they start losing positions, so those students have to go somewhere, so they just start just packing the classes, and then they're packed in there like sardines, and then those teachers get tired and burn out and say, okay, I'm out of here. Vipa, how you doing? Lord Jammer, get the likes up. Thank you so much, Lord Jammer. That's why Bush Jr. was a terrible president. Yeah, we're talking Bush too. Okay, yeah. Those politicians in Chicago are corrupt. Lord Jammer, we need to find a worse word, that they are awful. Chicago is failing their people in every way. Vipa, we know where all the money went. Exactly. All right, let's go.
Hey, 22 is the number. That's because Kelly High School here lost 12 teachers and 10 staff members. The good news, though, is that the district has 500 open vacancies, so the teachers impacted can reapply within CPS. Now, Charlotte Sanders worked for CPS for more than 20 years. She was one of 600 staff members let go by CPS. 134 were elementary school support faculty, another 466 from high schools. As for teachers cut, 240 worked at elementary schools and 116 at high schools. Now, the schools hit hardest are the ones that have seen a decline in enrollment or program changes. Governor Bruce Rauner says while he is sad, he is not surprised by these layoffs.
Chicago Public Schools has been financially mismanaged for years and years. And it's tragic for the families here. It's tragic for
Republican, okay.
the children here.
Our school district needs $1 billion. That is something that's going to be a challenge until the mayor musters up the will to get that done.
And we know that's not going to happen. Pritzker is not going to do what he needs to do. That's why teachers are a breed blessed by God. Allie, we need it. Dorian, I bet they were flying the rainbow and BLM flag. Oh, always, Dorian. That's how they operate. Yeah, Chicago is the most racist and violent city in America. Yeah, see Dr. King, he said that in the 60s. It hasn't changed a bit. Lamont, they are sure making sure illegals have no worries. Yeah, I looked at the video today. Even at the detention camps, they're living really well. And I was reading the comments, and people are like, oh my God, they're getting medical care, good food. Oh my God. We're doing something wrong, folks. Okay, Kami. Cali, New York, Chicago are all going down in flames because of identity politics. Exactly. DEI hires. Yeah, exactly. Here we go.
CPS said in a statement, principals have worked tirelessly to plan for the year ahead under unusually tight deadlines, thanks to Governor Rauner's decision to stand in the way
It's Governor Pritzker
of historic education funding reform. Now, the fight in Springfield over this education bill is still unresolved, which means the districts who were supposed to receive their first installment on Thursday will not receive them. As for the teachers who have been laid off here in the Chicago Public School District, they can apply for these new positions as early as Friday. There will be a teacher's job fair on Friday, as well as next Tuesday and Wednesday. Reporting live in Brighton Park, Susanna Song, CBS 2 News.
All right, Susanna, thank you.
Oh my God, Lord Jammer. Lord Jammer has a new name for Pritzker. Can't turn away from the food long enough to help the kids of the community. And he's not going to do anything to help the kids of Chicago. If I were a parent in Chicago, there is no way my child would attend public schools in Chicago. No way. Sergeant King, thank you for your service, sir. I thought Chicago was recalling Brandon. Oh God, good luck with that. So if I miss your comments, folks, charge it to my head, not my heart. Where are we? So let me show you some statistics. And yeah, this Chicago, there is no way I would have a child in Chicago public, a Baltimore City, a Philadelphia, Detroit. I could go on. People are being paid, but there's not a lot of teaching going on. Look at this, folks. In Chicago public schools, look at these dismal statistics. In Chicago public schools, standardized test scores, particularly in reading and math, show that a minority of students are meeting grade level standards. For example, and these are the latest statistics that we have. In 2024, only 30.5% of 3rd through 8th graders were reading at grade level, according to Illinois policy, while 18.3% were proficient in math. The district is also developing, look at this crap, a new accountability system to move away from solely relying on test scores to assess school quality. Because so they can't pass the test, so they're coming up with another system. You gotta love it. Black said, the community. None of my friends have kids at our neighborhood public schools when they went to the same school in the 90s. Yeah, they're awful. Prosperity. It's the responsibility of the parents to make sure that their children get the education they need by holding them accountable. Our taxes pay for this. Prosperity. Can I tell you something? Let me explain. A lot of parents, not all, some, send their kids to school and think it is our job. They don't, have the kids to come sit down, read a book. They'll give them their phone, their tablet, just as long as they're not in their face. They don't care. So these scores are never going to improve. Bad parenting. See, I say the things people don't want to say. So the Democrats, what do they want to do? Throw more money at it, start a new program. But they will not address the pink elephant in the room. If parents would help their child, these kids don't have to be behind. It's called parenting, right? They're not going to do it. They just send them to school. They think we are professional babysitters. And that's how it goes. Okay? So Chicago started going downhill after 2012 when Obama won a second term. Yeah, they've been going downhill ever since. Dorian, too many YNs running around. Yes, no parenting. And there's no one holding them accountable, making them sit down, read a book, do their homework. There's no one. They're just there. U.S. Army retired. Thank God my children were educated in Dodd schools. Yes. U.S. Army, I'm here at Fort Bragg, Pope Air Force Base. Most of our students are military connected. Their parents are, in the Air Force or the Army. Hit the like button, please, folks. They always come in ahead of the students whose parents are not in the military. So when your kids were young, that was going on. It's still going on. Okay. So math proficiency, I just read that. Yeah. Racial disparities, significant disparities exist with look at this. 17.3% of Black students meeting or exceeding standards in reading, compared to 53.8% of white students. Now, what's the problem here? Oh, I know what the problem is, folks. It's white supremacy. And what was that other thing? White supremacy. Oh, systemic racism. Watch my eye roll. So again, the pink elephant that people do not want to address. I will address it. VAPA. Sounds like they're preparing to tweak or cheat the education process to continue receiving funding. VAPA, you get it? They want to keep the federal money coming. They can't pass the test because they aren't teaching anything. The parents aren't helping their children. So we'll come up with a different system. Yeah, Robert Pritzker isn't doing anything about it. He's big time garbage. Up the people in Chicago wake up. Oh God, yeah. How you doing, Retro Gang? Army and Amy Smith, how you doing, love? So sick of BJ. We need to get him out of office. Yes, get them out. No offense, but my white and Black side both went to law school. All right. Not white supremacy and racism. Baldwin, that's their excuse. They will not hold these people accountable. Look at, let me highlight this. Because the race hustlers when you see disparities, what do they? Well, it's from race, white supremacy, and racism, systemic racism. No, it's not. If you look at test scores, if you look at prior to the welfare state being installed by LBJ, many Black Americans were poor, but these scores were higher. They were learning in their poor schools. Look at this crap. Dorian, yes, it's a tired old trope. The parents depend on welfare and spend $200 on Jordans instead of books. Boom. Priorities. You've heard me say it. I don't sit here and try to blow smoke up your rear. These are facts, folks. Okay? And it is what it is. SAT performance in high school. Nearly 19,900 students took the SAT with an average composite score of 933, which is below the national average, according to Chalkbeat. So, if you look at Chicago, their scores are dismal. Let me see what else I had for you. And I have something to show you. Now, I always say I'm not at liberty to share everything with you because I am still in the system, so to speak. I still work for the public schools. White people don't even care about your child's test scores. That's what Dorian says. With liberals, everything is white supremacy and on the other, and the legacy of slavery. Instead of holding people accountable, like I told you, I have friends, educators who are retired. They would contact parents and say, look, to get your child on grade level, they would give them lists and said, look, have your child to read these books over the summer. Do you think the parents did that? No, they did not. They don't want to be bothered with their own children. They just let them go, do whatever on their phones, tablets, just stay out of their face. I know it's hard to hear, but I'm speaking facts. Lanita, green card teachers do not want to teach American urban students. The anti-Black culture is real with green card substitute staff because they just want a work visa to be here. Okay, Lanita's a retired educator, so she's telling us some things that was, I guess, Lanita, you taught in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. My kids' teachers would send home homework, did not check it because they did homework on the honor system by having enough students check. That was under Obama's first go-round. MAGA, I know what you're saying is true because unfortunately I've seen teachers do that. So no lies were detected in that statement. Alley Cat, but good news, Black kids for the most part won't grow up to be Jasmine Crockett. To quote Hulk Hogan, I'm bored, brother, when it comes to race. Yeah, my mom pushed me into reading comprehension when I was younger and I turned out well. Yeah. And I was I had to read. Of course, I didn't have a smartphone when they weren't around yet, but still, I've always, been an avid reader. Teachers need to get back to the 3 R's and forget political correctness. Stop passing on failing students. They're not going to do that. And in some instances, our hands are kind of tied. But it is what it is. Let me show you something that happens more often than not. And I have some more statistics to show you too. This is totally, totally unacceptable. Okay. And I want to show you, and I can't tell you over the years, I can't count that high how many students have graduated and they have 50, 60, 70 absences. But for those that don't know, let me tell you this. I'm putting out a little secret. Where are the NAACP and these other groups to discuss this topic? Robert, this is not a white police officer killing or harming a Black person. They're not saying anything. They don't care. So this happens more often than not. I just completed year 27 and I tell people I don't know everything. I can tell you about what I have witnessed personally. I can tell you about what coworkers who've taught in other states and other districts have shared with me as well. So lots of times when you see these kids walking across the stage and they're bragging, oh, I made it. A lot of them didn't make it. They were passed on. High school graduation rates are shown in the newspaper. They're online. So this could affect federal funding. They don't want to lose that federal. So it all goes back to money, folks. And then when parents are looking, when they're moving, how you doing, Ada? Anti-Black, everything is anti-white these days. How you doing, Ada? Hit that like button for me, love, and share the stream out if you are on social media. So what we hear, Dorian, these are the same people that write books on how the education system has failed Black children. And yeah, and again, people don't like what I'm saying. Thank you, Lord Jammer. What did I do, Roland? Congratulations. What did I do? I'm being congratulated for something. I don't know what. So I'm just saying. Oh, okay. You talking about the years you may be talking about the years that I worked. Yeah, I just finished year 27. A lot. And parents, when they're moving to a new state, what's one of the first things they're looking up online? The district, the test scores, the amount of free and reduced lunch. And I'm going to be very frank with you folks. I've had educators tell me they look up the free and reduced lunch, right, percentage. That's going to sort of tell you the demographics of the school, and then they make another decision. I've had Black educators tell me that. I'm just you want me to blow smoke up your rear? Or you want me to tell you the truth? I'm telling you facts. So don't get caught up. Oh, this school has a high graduation rate. Thousands of kids every year get a diploma. They can't string together 2 sentences with a subject and a verb. Yes, there are plenty of Black boys who were passed on to college because they can play hoop and play football. Yeah, Cammy, we know that happened all the time. My girls, this is all thanks to the No Child Left Behind Act. Yes, yeah. Hit the like button for me, folks. Exactly. And that's just where we are with that. So let me play this video for you here. This boy had over 400 absences, and he's up here bragging about walking across the stage. I got, and then he's showing his his mother bought him a bracelet, and he just listen. This is not an anomaly. This is the norm. Listen.
Absences, 6 failed classes, still graduating. Anyone can do it. Wow. And we have pictures of him with his boys. We have pictures of him flexing a bracelet, a tennis bracelet. So we got a little gift. And we actually pulled up his grades. Can you read some of his grades?
Yeah, he got an.
I'll pause that. Can you see you see all these percent? You see this? See, I told you, I always bring the receipts. Baldwin, they are. I'll let this continue.
An F in English, 23%. He got an F in a math class, 21%. SPN2, Spanish 2, 2.5% he got.
So he knows a little bit of Spanish.
I think he knows hola. Like one word.
2.5% means that you got one question right the whole year. This guy, he says 400 absences, 6.
So those that are just joining the chat, again, this is the norm. And federal dollars are involved. If your graduation rate goes down too low, hey, okay, so we're still talking money. Florida, this happens all the time. I told you there are a lot of things I want to share with you, but obviously I'm still in the system. And so I'm not at liberty to share everything, but I can talk about this. Hey, I'm not giving any names or anything, but this happens all the time. So, and sometimes I want to tell parents so bad, but obviously I can't. When I see them, they're just, I'm proud. You're telling their daughter or son, I'm proud of you. And I just look at the side eye. Of course, I don't say anything, but I'm thinking, you just don't know. They failed everything, but they are graduating. I've seen principals. I've seen, Lanita, let me know. You're a retired teacher. Let me know if you've seen this. I've seen principals ask teachers to change grades so that students could graduate. And when the teacher did not, the principal changed the grade. Dory, Lanita, and any other teachers that I have here, can you respond to that? I've seen it, folks. I've seen it. Yes, Lanita, the mother wants him to be a failure in life, but he has no work ethic just like her. Boom. How you doing, Ricky? Ricky, hit the like button, dear. Yes, Allie. Laurie, how you doing? Meow. Dorian, ask your mother. You said your mother wasn't an educator. I don't sit here and make things up. So I'm just saying, folks, it is what it is. When I see some of these kids walking across the stage, me and some other teachers sometimes say, how did they graduate? They didn't pass anything, or they had 100 at. They're marching. They're getting that diploma. Mom to 3, you're aware of that. Yes. I bet all these kids are going to say, I'm going to be the next Kasi. Yeah. This is today's modern public school education. And when Trump hit the like button, folks, we've had, let me see. Where are we? We've had so many people to come through. If you're enjoying this content, we've had over 100 people to come through, but they're not hitting that little like button. But yeah, if I did okay, thank you, Ricky. No, Allie, I studied history. My dad was a physics teacher for 44 years. Chicago Hood, I bet he saw some things. Yeah. Oh my God. If you are enjoying this content and you're not already subscribed, please do so at this time. But this is today's modern public school. And how you doing, Cal? I'm not in the system anymore, so here it is. When I taught on the West Side, I was told not to score anyone lower than 50% on any student. Cal, say it again for the people in the back. We are not allowed. Let me tell you what's going on. If we have a child who comes in from day one and does not do anything, we are required. We can't put a 0, their true score. We are required to put a 40%. 40. What are your thoughts on that? My girls, I remember 19 years old, high school student who graduated, can't read or write. Yeah, and suing the system. Right. How you doing, Dr. Marilyn? Hit the like button, dear. Lanita, Texas has this issue so bad that the lowest score that can be given to a failing student is 70. Boom. Lanita is a retired educator. She can say even more than I can. She's at liberty to say things I cannot say. Look, everyone read Lanita's statement. She's not making it up. If they're quiet and show up daily, then they get to graduate. And Lanita, even the ones that don't even come. I told you there have been plenty of students you saw this kid 400 absences. Question to the educators, do they not hold children back anymore? Dr. Marilyn, they keep passing them on. That's all. That holding back, that's a thing of the pass. That's what they do. They want them dumb when they come in and even dumber when they go out. Boom. And the girls no different, getting pregnant 14, 16. Yeah, it's terrible. That's frustrating. I graduated blind and others don't even make an effort. Shaking my head. Get retro. Yes, they don't care because they know they can sit there and do nothing and they will still be given a grade. They will still be passed on. Lynn, is there such a thing as the honor society anymore? Yes, we do still have the honor society in high schools, Alley Cat. And I'm a proponent of doing more for students who are coming every day and doing what they're supposed to do. But we wind up doing what? Spending more time on the people who are doing things that they should not be doing. And that's just where we are. This was so I can give them a work packet in the last 2 weeks of the grading period. Yeah, and then the kids that are over on their absences, they get to come and sit in the cafeteria 3 or 4 days before the end of the term so they can get a grade. What are you going to do? Mom to 3 says, who's muted? Mom to 3. All right, so that's just where we are with that. If we saw, okay, yeah, if we saw the student in the school but not in class, they're still counted as present. Cal, the way it is here, if they're in school but they're not in class, we are supposed to write them up for skipping. How you doing, James and Iris? Hit that like button, love. You see those clips now with the F students, our inventors with stabbing out. I don't know what Dorian is saying. Okay. James and Iris, when I was young, I attended a segregated school. I hated it when they desegregated the school. Go back and look at those schools prior to Brown versus Board of Education. Black Americans in the South were in poor, dilapidated schools, but they were learning. Mayor, how you doing, dear? Now look at it. It's been downhill ever since. And the states that have the teachers' unions, it's a wrap. Chicago, and these other blue cities, they do not want to lose that federal money. And let me show, I have something else to share with you too. I'm glad Trump is disbanding the Department of Education. That should have happened years ago. Waste, fraud, and abuse are rampant. Heck, I see it every day. All right, here we go. The busing crisis in the 70s was terrible. Yeah, the busing crisis was an issue. Yeah. By the way, I'm in okay, Cal. Okay, Florida, got you, love. Okay. Ricky, a dumbed down society is easier to continue to control. Ricky, you're new here. You're speaking facts. Oh yeah, Florida. Okay, Florida. I'm gonna have. I beg to differ. I'm gonna have to let Cal know what you're saying here. You may have to go to the corner, love. Oh my God. Poor Florida. She can't catch a break with me, but I still love her. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's look at some stats. Chicago public schools. Now you tell me, if all of you, I have about 50 plus people in the comment section right now. You tell me, if you were a parent and you were living in Chicago, you would let your child attend Chicago's public schools. Vipa, my daughter graduated high school with honors in 2021 and made the dean's list at a university. Graduate this fall. My son in 2023 with honors and now in an apprenticeship. All right, for pipe fitters. All right, Vipa, congratulations. Agent Orange, teach your children well. Do not let the school system steal your children. Okay, Agent, if we can get the parents on board to take their child and help, we can't do it all. Alley Cat, white school, black school shouldn't matter. Our children deserve a competent, full education without outside BS to aggravate their educational experience. And Allie, you're right. It's just that it's all political. Look at these stats here for Chicago. Number of students enrolled at the start of the school year 2024-2025, 325,305. Number of schools, including district-run charter, contract, and safe schools, 634. For district-run traditional elementary, 415. Traditional high school, 83. Okay, specialty elementary, 3. High school, 4. Specialty. Early Childhood Center, elementary, 5. Total, 423 elementary, 91 high school. Hit the like button, folks. Students can only be held back once in elementary and once in middle school, high school once. So it is not unusual for a 20-year-old to be in high school with teens. Yes, Lanita, speak it. Speak those facts. Yes, she is telling the truth. Hit the like button, folks. We're almost at 50 likes. I love it. James and Iris, I came from a family of educators. My great-grandfather, born in the 1800s, taught at an Indian school. James, I love that history. Oh my God. All right, charter schools. Traditional elementary, 53, high school, 40 options. So we're 53 and 58 respectively. All right. Safe school options, high schools, you have 2. And alternative learning programs, high schools, you have 8. So just wanted to show you those stats. Student enrollment, Chicago public schools. Retro game. It's called laziness. If our grandparents were alive, they would paddle. Yes, they would. Right. Yes, retro. Prosperity. These days are different. From my attending and our kids, the parents allowed this and now they're paying for it through failures. And the kids know, they're not dumb. They know they don't have to do anything. They know eventually they're going to be passed on. So where is the incentive to perform? There is none. If the parents aren't helping us and pushing them. All right, preschool student enrollment 17,893, kindergarten 21,047, elementary 1 through 8 185,002, and then secondary 9 through 12 101,363. Additional student information: economically disadvantaged students 72%, English learners ELs 27.3%, students with disabilities 16.4%. And here's the student racial makeup: Latinx 47%, Black African American 34%, white 11.3%, Asian 4.7%, multiracial 1.8%, not available 0.4%, Native American Alaskan 0.3%, Hawaiian Pacific Islander 0.1%, and then Asian Pacific Islander retired 0. Okay, so yeah, so these are the stats, the racial demographics. Mom to 3. I got a transfer student in from Chicago years ago while I was teaching second grade. Her grandmother was an assistant teacher and told me she was a straight A student. Maybe she was in Chicago, but okay, Mom to 3. Mississippi, she was a C student. Wow. Yeah. Mom to 3, that happens. Oh my goodness. The only award I still have is a Student of the Year award when I won it in 8th grade. All right, Dorian, good job, dear. Look at the employees here. All totals reflect unique employee count, total number 44,480. Public schools, there we're talking 36,488. Okay. And then, of course, you have your central office, 1,855. Non-public schools, 87. Citywide, 6,050. Here's your racial demographic breakdown of the teachers and staff. Okay. African American 32%, white 30%, Hispanic 29%, Asian 3.5%, unknown 2.5%, multiracial 1.1%, Native American 0.3%. Okay, that's all staff. I'm sorry. And then here, teacher racial breakdowns. White is the highest, 45%, Hispanic 25%, African American 20%, well, just say 21%. Asian 4.9%, unknown 2.3%, multiracial 1.4%, Native American excuse me 0.3%, and then you have your totals here. Okay. Principal racial breakdowns: African American 44%, white 32%, Hispanic 18.6%, unknown 2.2%, Asian 1.8%, multiracial 0.8%, Native American 0.4%, total 510. So there are some numbers for you. This is their operating budget. Of course, they have $1 billion shortfall, so we know why. But this is where they are. This is their operating budget. Okay. All right. So what are your thoughts? And this is what I was saying. These federal, don't you mean 10? Allie, you know, they didn't include the children of the illegals. They never do. You know how they operate. They're still trying to hide everything from us, which they're not doing a good job, but oh well. So that I wanted to share that with you. Sadly, most adults now cannot read or write. The results of No Child Left Behind. Boom. Chicago Hood, you're still dropping truth bombs in the chat section. If you are enjoying this content and you are not subscribed, please do so at this time. I've had, oh my God, while I was at the teachers conference, there were like almost 100 people that subscribed. So now I'm running around playing catch up. If you left some comments, don't worry. I'm working on it now. Thank you, Lord Jammer, is my cheerleader here today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'll be glad to have you. And okay, let me get this video going here. I had another video to share with you. Hold on. So tell me what your thoughts are on this subject matter. And also, you make sure you are here tomorrow. Oh my God. I told you, those that came in late, Lord Jammer, I know you're going to be here to help protect me. There's this channel, Detroit HTP TV sent me a video where this channel, what do they call it? Roasting, rolling, and so they call me a tether. And oh my God. And I guess there's someone that doesn't know. Those of you who've been here, you know, I don't care what you say. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I don't give a care. I'm a Generation Xer. I don't care. I have one more video for you, and then we're done. Okay. So, but anyway, this guy, I'll play it for you tomorrow. Allie said the legal citizens are grouped in with blacks and white. Yeah, you know how they do in Chicago. Just skew the numbers. Back in the day, my father worked a second job to pay for me to attend a private school with high scores. The public schools in my town were going downhill, and my parents said, right, Lanita. They knew what was going on. Yes. We're at James. One of my sons tried to be slick with his math homework. He wrote down anything for the answers. I went behind him and checked the answers and made him redo it. James and Iris. So we need parents like that today. We do. Please don't play. Florida said, please don't play Big Back tomorrow. Lord Jammer. Oh, make sure you're here on time. Yeah, so while I was at my teachers conference this week, Detroit HP said, have you seen this? He sent me a video. And the first like 2 to 3 minutes, it has my thumbnail, a picture of me and flames, like I'm the devil or something. And then he starts talking all this crap, saying I'm a tether. And then I guess he was live when he made the video. He was like, she has a lot of subscribers, but her community is not that big. And, she's not really making a dent. She's not making a difference. So he was talking about me. He said things about Dr. Thomas Sowell and how everything he says is not true. So this guy, I must be doing something right if you're making a video and I'm on the thumbnail with 2 other people that he's talking about, because we're not, we're tethers is what he called us. So the name of his video is Roasting Rolling. And I'm like, oh my God. And I just laughed. And then in the video he said, and of course he told his audience, and he has like 1,000 subscribers. And he said, of course I would debate her, but what did he say? She would never talk to me. So I'm going to go up under that video and said, I would be glad to have a conversation with you. How you doing, Tijuana Border Jumper? Thank you for the super chat, love. Sorry so late. I was sleeping for my graveyard shift. Tijuana, you've got to get your rest, love. I'm sending you some hearts. Thank you so much. Everyone, make sure you're here tomorrow. I'm going to show you the video of this guy saying I'm a tether. And he's, saying and so he had me and another YouTuber, and he had this guy. So he said that me and the other female YouTuber said they look like men. I just laughed. Again, I am a Generation Xer. So I guess he doesn't know. I don't care what you say. I don't get upset. So he's just saying horrible things about us. I just laughed. Yeah, Chicago. Allie said, did he graduate from Chicago? Allie, my question is, did he graduate? Yes, Lord Jammer. I'll share it with you tomorrow. So he doesn't know. He's saying these horrible things about me and this other female YouTuber. So yes, Rich, that's where all the money went. Hit the like button, love. And so I just laughed. but I wanted to share it with you. His video is like over 3 hours, but it's just a small part of it where he's talking about me. The video that I did on stop blaming everything on slavery. And he's like, how are we going to stop blaming it? You know, she's saying this and we can't stop because it's still going on and all this crap. I was just laughing. Florida, that YouTuber started bad. Florida, who are you talking about, dear? Right, Alley Cat. What a rage beta. Yeah, he graduated from the Diddy party. He's writing love letters. Lord Jammer, 6 o'clock. I will share it with you. Thank God Detroit sent it to me. I didn't even, because he said, have you seen this? And I said, no. So, and he sent it to me Wednesday. And again, you know, for those that, you know, I didn't go live Wednesday or Thursday. I was at a teachers conference in Winston-Salem all week. And so that's why I haven't been here, but I'm back. I missed all of you because I love creating content. And just tell people, just keep on calling me names. I had someone said, don't, you know, when I sing my songs, don't quit your day job. I don't get upset. I said, don't worry, love. I'm not going to quit my day job because then I can't pay Rocket Mortgage every month. I don't get upset. These keyboard warriors, say what you want. I just laugh. Florida, the one that is talking bad about you. Okay. Oh, Florida. Yeah. Florida. I'll share it with you, Florida. Oh my God. I just laughed. You know, people say and do a lot of things. People say a lot of things that they would not say in person. They feel strong and tough behind the keyboard. But we love you, Roland. There are more people who love you than thank you, Baldwin. And this is the funny thing. Before I play this video, I wanted to tell you, hit the like button, folks. He said she doesn't get that many views. She's not making. She's irrelevant. He said, what did he say? She's not important. And I looked at his views. Some of his videos are like 100 views. I mean, dude, why are you talking about my views when you need take that time and that energy? All right, devote that to getting your views up higher. So I just laughed. Cammie, you have people that say black NBA players, football players are modern day slaves. Yeah, and they're making millions of dollars, some billions. FBAs are just another branch of Satan's army. Exactly. Chicago Hood, please explain that because some people don't understand that. That idiot don't know what a tether is. A tether is an immigrant that has shady or no allegiance to America. That guy is a Democratic simp agent. Woo! Lanita just broke him down. He dropped out in the 3rd grade and uses AI to make complete sentences. Oh my God. Lynn, if you're not a threat, why talk about you? Alley Cat. Yes. And then I told you, Mayor Jealousy, he has like 1,000 something subscribers. And then he's like, oh, her videos don't get a lot of views. So no one's really watching her. That's what he said. And I just laughed. Tijuana Border Jumper, thank you for the super chat, love. It's grassroots channels like yours that make the difference. Thank you so much, Tijuana. And you know, hey, I'm not perfect, but I come on, I share information. So he's like, I'm coming on here trying to pretend like I'm a conservative and all this cross. So he has me, some other people, Black Americans that are conservative. And he's still complaining about white supremacy and racism is the problem. So I just laughed. It's hilarious. Thank you so much, Tijuana. I don't care what they say. I will continue to make content, and I don't care that I don't have 100,000 subscribers. And let's be clear. If I get that many, I won't be able to, have this close relationship that I have with many of you because that's just too many. That person saying you're a tether must be a shill. Robert, he's a shill. He's still talking about racism and white supremacy is a major problem instead of addressing the pink elephant in the room and its choices that people are making. I just talked about one of my classes at the teachers meeting. I raised my hand and I said, I discussed that topic. And some other teachers were like, yeah. And I talked to some white teachers in some of the sessions with me. They wanted to say what I said, but they don't want some Black American in the session saying, oh, you're racist. So I said it. I don't care. Lord Jammer, you thank you, dear. Yeah. So, hey, you know me. I don't come on here and bash people. I show you what's going on. If you want, I guess they get mad because I expose things. Fishing Kid, how you doing? I'm fighting Satan in our city government. Oh, in Oklahoma. Fishing Kid, we need to send some prayers up for you. All right, we're up to 60 likes. I love it. Allie, Lynn, you, Florida, me, and many others on here were very constructive, educating people during the election. Yes, Allie Cat. And now I want to prepare people for the midterm. I want all of these low down, dirty Democrats out. In America, everything is racist except for racism. MAGA. I said that in one of my sessions this week in Winston-Salem at the teachers conference. And I tell my students, the choices you make will determine where you go, not white supremacy and racism. Stop it. These are cold, hard facts, and people don't want to listen because they want a crutch. Rhino's got to go. Woo! Tijuana, I'm with you, brother. I am with you. They have got to go. And that, what's it, Tom Gillis here in North Carolina. That's why he said, oh, I'm not running for another term, because we voted for that bum. And then he voted against the big, beautiful bill. He knows we weren't going to vote for him again. I'm done. I am done with when I find out what you really are. All right. So let me share this video with you. And then we'll get out of here. I'm enjoying this. I missed you all so much. Tijuana Border Jumper. Let me sing this a quick line. You tell me the artist, you tell me the year, and then I'll play the video because you weren't here. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No thought, no dark sarcasm in the classroom. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. How you doing, Agent Orange? Thank you so much for the super chat, love. I just sent some hearts in the comment section for you, dear. Gotta do what you gotta do. Your opinion matters. I'm loving watching the channel grow. Agent, thank you, love. And I appreciate that. And it motivates me when people come and say negative things. Hey, that's going to motivate me to work even harder. So keep calling me names. Keep telling me, no one's watching her. Her videos don't get a lot of views. And you wait, I'm going to pull this guy's channel up tomorrow and show you his videos with like 100 views. He doesn't get a lot of views. So I'm like, what is he doing? What is he saying? Tommy Rollins, did you hear about illegals faking that they're being kidnapped? I saw that video. Yes. 1979. Yes. Okay. Who's the artist? Yes. Brick in the Wall, Pink Floyd. I was in school in Pennsylvania at that time when that came out. We all rebelled against the teachers. We were like, yes, that's our anthem. Woo. All right, here we go. MAGA, they did a better job than Gretchen. Yes. What time tomorrow? Mara, 6 o'clock. Make sure you're here. I will play it. He called me names. He said that me and the woman, and she's just a woman. She doesn't look like a man, but he said, yeah. And then he first played my voice before he put the picture up. And he said, you can guess which one was talking. And then, so it was one woman, and then it was a man in the middle, and then I was on the other end. He said, and both the women look like men. I just laughed. Because as far as I know, I haven't had any sex changes. So who cares? Some non-factor. Another one, bites the dust. Yes, Tijuana. At that time, Roland, I was into Donna Summer and disco. Oh yes. Oh yes. I cried. I still have her greatest hit CD. I miss Donna Summer. All love you, baby. What's that, like 20 minutes? Oh my God. Yeah, Florida. We're gonna laugh about it tomorrow, though. Tijuana. He took what the video that I did on telling Black Americans to stop blaming everything on slavery, and I showed another content creator's video. That's the video he spiced up, and he was saying all the horrible things about me, and I just laughed. I feel love. Don't get me started, Tijuana, because I'll be trying to sing. Let's dance. On the radio. Whoa, on the radio. Kelly, how you doing, love? We've missed you. Well, I have to admit, I have not been here this week. I was at a teachers conference all week in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Laurie, oh my God, Laurie, yes. I cried when Donna Summers died. I cried when David Bowie died. Olivia Newton-John. All of my icons are leaving me. A YouTuber was talking about, yes, Tijuana, I'll play it tomorrow. Make sure all of you, make sure you're here. I'll play it and I'll show you his views. And then he says, I would debate her, but they won't talk to me. You hasn't reached out to me. I will talk and debate anyone as long as they're not using profanity towards me. If they can sit down, have a rational conversation. Hey, I'll have you on the panel. And, I control the button. So if he starts talking crazy, I can just shut it down and we'll just keep on with the show. Shaka Khan. I love Shaka Khan. Yes. Prince died. Chicago Hood. I wasn't a big Prince fan. I was into Mick Jagger, but yeah. Prince did put on a good show. He was I liked him okay, but I was Mick Jagger girl. Through the Fire, that's my favorite song by Shaka. Yeah. I have that on my playlist. Okay, let's watch this.
1,800 teachers out at Chicago Public Schools. The layoffs come on the heels of a doomsday budget with a $700 million gap to be filled.
Someone tell me in the comment section, those just joining, hit the like button. I forgot what created that huge gap. I forgot. Let me think. Somebody help me refresh my memory. What created that gap? Lynn, he's out. Lynn, who is Alley Cat telling me about? The former NYPD commissioner and mayor about to go toe-to-toe. The commissioner accuses him of corruption and lawsuit. Did you hear about this? I heard something. I heard bits and pieces when I was in my class sessions this week. I was getting alerts so I could read a little bit and then look back up and pretend like I was participating. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Tijuana. Illegals. They never discuss what caused this huge deficit. Never. All right, here we go.
EPS says today's cuts are not related to this year's deficit.
And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my peep.
So I'm gonna let him finish talking and tell me what you think.
Today we're talking about your boy. You know who your boy is. He's on the screen. Your favorite, the illustrious sub 10% approval rating mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, the illustrious Brandon Johnson. And today what we're talking about, y'all, is he's presiding over Chicago as it undergoes a dramatic $1 billion budget shortfall. And we're going to be talking about that today, y'all, because there's a few things that are happening all at once. One is that the Chicago Public Schools itself has a $700 million budget shortfall, and they're laying off teachers. 1,500 teachers are losing their jobs. So that's one. And then on the other hand, Brandon Johnson is trying to figure out how to make his city the safest, most affordable big city in the country, right? So in this video, you're going to see how he's, in my opinion, failing on all accounts. He's probably a good guy, as I always say, but I just don't think he's doing a good job. So y'all, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. But before we...
All right, now he's going to talk about this paralegal crap. Waiting, okay. Where are we here? So what are your thoughts, folks? I don't think he's a good guy. He's done a horrible job. I have nothing good to say about him. Is that Barney the Purple Diamond? This is what I missed all week. Oh my God. This is what I missed. Oh my goodness. You all keep me going and you make me laugh. Oh, wow. I could not wait to get back to go live. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, and you won't behave, especially and now that Alley Cat's back on the scene. Here we go.
Nearly 1,500 teachers out at Chicago Public Schools. The layoffs come on the heels of a doomsday budget with a $700 million gap to be filled. But CPS says today's cuts are not related to this year's deficit.
The impact of CPS's $734 million budget deficit is starting to be felt. Worried that they might not see their negotiated retro pay until the fall, the Chicago Teachers Union is speaking out.
They must pass a budget that isn't going to shortchange our students.
Last month, the district laid off 161 employees and says it will not fill more than 200 positions. Although the financial picture is murky, the teachers say they won't tolerate waiting for CPS to make good on their new contract.
So you heard what they said, right? So in other words, if they don't come through with the money, someone tell me what they're going to do. And I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. Those of you who play baseball, what do you call it when the pitcher throws the ball over the plate? We know that they don't have a problem with that. What do we call that? Raise taxes. They're trying. Yep. He's standing there with his hand in his pocket, as always. Strike, my girls. Boom. Strike. You got it. MAGA, Chicago Hood. We know they don't get their check. Now, I showed you the dismal score. Lynn, how you doing? I showed you the dismal score. Those of you who were here, if you came in late, go back, look during the replay and look at the statistics. Look at their test scores. That's it. But they want their money. They're not teaching anything, but they want that money.
We're not going back to Pedro Martinez's false promises that we have a significant and appropriate amount of spending to fund our contract.
Well, Joe, as you said, hundreds of teachers, special education assistants, and even parents who help out in the classroom are impacted by these latest cuts. Let me break it down. The layoffs include 432 teachers, members of the Chicago Teachers Union. 123 of them teach special education students. CPS said the number of teachers cut this year is about 50 less than last year. But special education classroom assistants appear to be impacted more this year.
So where are they going to find the money to fund all of these obligations, y'all? You should already know that the answer to that is to raise your taxes. So what they do is first there are taxes, right? And you pay them. Then they say, hey, let's take this tax money and give it to people who are in the country without permission. So they give it.
So how many videos have we done on this? Well, they got what they voted for. Tijuana, let me ask you this. Do you think that they will continue to vote for Democrats? I'm asking for a friend. Chef Finest Wine, awful. Yes. Yes. There is no way. I told Prosperity, I said, Prosperity, try to get out of Chicago. She says, I'm not going anywhere. I said, I'll pray for you. Property, yes. And the sad part is they're raising the property tax so high, some people can't afford it. Someone tell me what happens when you can't pay your property tax. They take it. Oh, it's awful. It's awful. Oh, here we go.
To them. And then they say, hold on, we don't have any money to fund the services that we promised to the people. Let's raise more taxes from the same people. You see how that works? So you give to the government, they take it, they do something wrong with it. I'm calling it wrong in my opinion. Then when they don't have it anymore and they didn't do for you what they're supposed to do for you, they want to come back to you to get the money from you to do for you what they should have done for you in the first place.
CTU leadership is calling on the state legislature to raise taxes on millionaires and billionaires, but raising the income tax would require everyone pay more. Illinois has a flat tax system.
We are here today calling on Governor J.B. Pritzker to immediately schedule an emergency session in Springfield, Illinois, to address the needs of our people, whether it's healthcare, higher ed, Medicaid, K through 12 education. These cuts are severe as they are perverse, and we won't let it stand.
And again, this guy that's talking, he needs to be talking in attack mode. Why did you spend all of that money on people who were not citizens? So who's going to suffer? These kids in Chicago's public schools, and with those dismal test scores, God knows they need teachers ASAP. Bertha, you are so right. How you doing, Bertha? Hit the like button, dear. A shakeup is already in process. Don't be deceived that it's going to be that easy. Prosperity, continue to tell us what's going on there, because Prosperity is there in the trenches. She's there on the front lines, and she knows what's going on. Thank you so much, Prosperity. Just keep telling us, love, and I'll read it. Yeah, he gave the money to the illegals, Lanita. And no, that's the pink elephant in the room that no one wants to address. And these teachers already told you, if you don't honor that contract, we know those teachers, and there are fewer, but they're not going in the classroom until they get their money. Well, sir, he kind of gave your money away.
Johnson also sees the state as part of the solution.
There's no secret across the state of Illinois that there is still yet to be a fully funded school district. It just doesn't exist in Illinois right now.
Complicating matters for CPS, Cook County has said the district's twice a year infusion of property tax revenue will be delayed.
And of course, all of this is with the backdrop of Chicago still being the big city murder capital of the United States.
But what's he saying? I did a video on that the other day. Homicide, our crimes are down. Crime rate is down. Say that to the people who are losing the family members of the people who are losing their lives on a daily basis. Maga, I hope Michigan's going towards a red wave, because the No King's Day here in Monroe, Michigan had barely anybody attending. Good. I'm so happy. Oh my God. Here we go.
Though violent crime is trending down across the country, everywhere, basically right now, Chicago is still among the top big cities with the most violent crime.
Mayor Brandon Johnson continues to figure out the woes of Chicago, including its crime.
So it's policing and affordable housing, policing and mental and behavioral health services.
Even with violent crime and homicide numbers down, the most recent holiday weekend was marked on the heels of a deadly mass shooting in River North, injuring 14, killing 4.
When you are experiencing progress, the last thing you want is a setback. Now look, 4th of July, same thing with Memorial Day weekend. Both those weekends were less violence than we saw in the previous year.
And if we really look at the gun issues in America, it's not something that the city needs to deal with. It's something that our federal and our national government has to address.
And making Chicago safe and affordable is top of mind, despite the city grappling with more than $1 billion anticipated budget deficit next year.
So I'm going to put forth a budget and a vision that reflects.
Prosperity is addressing the gentleman that was just talking, I think. Keep your eyes peeled. Prosperity says she was at City Hall on Wednesday, and he's delusional. He's like a mouse with many cats lurking. Yeah, the Cheshire cat. How do they fix their mouths to lie like that? My girls, they've done it so long. That's all they can do. He has private security, so he doesn't care. I told you he was a tether who wears sneakers with a suit during an interview. Hot mess. Yes. Here we go.
Our investments in workforce, housing.
Now, a lot of the violent crime is caused by people who are young, on the younger side, teenagers, young adults. And so one of the ideas that has been bandied about is to do a teen curfew. Brandon Johnson says that he is 100% opposed to that. And he feels that it will be discriminatory against teens and may even open up the city to lawsuits.
So this guy, again, Tijuana said it earlier. Chicago, Prosperity, we pray for you. You are surrounded by all of these people who continue to vote blue as Chicago continues to burn. Oh my God. Lanita, he has private security who doesn't care. That's what I'm saying, Lanita. When these idiots during the George Floyd riots, these idiots were listening to LeBron James and all of these other black Democratic shills defund the police. Why would you listen to these people? They use private services. They don't use the police. That's for you. That's for me. Don't defund the police. And he doesn't even want a curfew. So even the people who voted for him, his constituents, his voting base, they want curfews. He's not going to do anything they want. He does the opposite. Oh, Tijuana. The only thing I know about Chicago is what I saw in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Dorian, no, he's not. Oh my God. Florida, she came back feral and I love it. Dora, who is Florida talking about now? I must have missed it. Oh, okay. I must have missed it, Florida. We need to defund the Democratic plantation. You got that right. So let this play. This is funny.
Today's city council meeting, I want to reiterate my commitment to building a safer and more just Chicago.
Oh.
I decided to veto this measure because it would be counterproductive to the progress of reducing crime and violence in our beloved city. When I was elected 2 years ago, I made a pledge not to simply do the easy thing, but to do the right thing. The easy thing to do would be to play into the political theater of safety. The easy thing to do would be to tell people that if we threaten young people and families with severe repercussions, that somehow would make us safer. But we know from years of doing the same old tired forms of policy that it doesn't get the results that people have longed for. It doesn't keep us safe and it doesn't make our city stronger. Instead, today, we are doing the right thing. We are deciding to focus on investing in people. There is no study that we have seen, or frankly, anyone in Chicago has seen, that says that these type of measures and curfews will keep young people safe.
But even though Brandon Johnson, the illustrious, how do I keep forgetting his illustrious title? Even though the illustrious sub 10% approval rating mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, says that there are no studies that show that teen curfews work, I know of at least one example where it did definitely seem to work. Check it out.
All right, to Prince George's County now, that 30-day curfew for kids will now be in effect for a little while longer. We're talking until the end of the year at least. Adam Longo is here to explain why this is happening. Quite the extension, Adam.
Indeed, Lorenzo. So county leaders in Prince George's want you to know they think this curfew is working. The police chief and the county executive not only announcing that curfew will remain in place through the end of the year, but making the case why they think it's worth it. Now, Prince George's County Police Chief Malik Aziz brought receipts saying that carjackings have dropped 59% in the past 30 days. Shootings have dropped 56%. Murders down 74%. Listen.
This was never to hunt down kids. Never to hunt down kids. That was never the objective.
Now, someone in the top comment section, I'm asking for a friend. Why would law enforcement have to instill a oh goodness, what is this? Okay, yeah, why would they have to instill a curfew? Why? Now, if parents are doing what they're supposed to be doing, the kids aren't going to be out there on the street committing crimes anyway. Dorian, it is a crock. Robert, I wish they could. Tijuana, the movie The Negotiator with Samuel Jackson and Kevin Spacey, was set in Chicago. I haven't seen that one. Liberal logic, MAGA. Alley Cat says she's going to hurl. The assistant man, thank you, Prosperity. Prosperity was telling us who was there. Hit the like button, folks. This is good stuff. My girl, they're not reporting these crimes correctly. They're making felonies to appear as misdemeanor. My girl, they're doing a lot of shady things. I'm glad you brought that up because I mentioned that a video or two ago. Yeah, they're not, you know, it's all in, it's word semantics. Oh my God. Black Sit, the community, because the parents are just as feral as they're savage. Black Sit, the community. I need to pin that statement because you said what I wanted to say. Right. And again, why should the police have to instill a curfew if the parents are doing what they're supposed to be doing? I'm just asking for a friend. Crime is down, crime is down, crime is down, crime is down. Not all over Chicago, liar. Prosperity got him. Woo! Here we go.
The objective was simply to ask parents to step in and to be responsible for their children.
What we can say is a behavior was changed or a cooperative effect took place. So those things were not happening. And this was multiple reports from officers who had traversed our county.
Now, during the past 30 days, police report only 4 teens were involved with curfew violations, including a 16-year-old girl riding in car with an armed companion, a 15-year-old who shot himself in the foot, and a 14-year-old caught reckless driving after stealing a parent's car. Now, all the parents were given warnings instead of fines. Now, this curfew was first approved in Prince George's in the 1990s. It's for kids 16 and under to be inside by 10 o'clock Sunday through Thursday and midnight Friday and Saturday. County Executive also Brooks says this isn't mission accomplished, but just one tool to keep crime numbers moving down.
So y'all, again, we're documenting the failed policies. These are quasi-socialistic policies.
And we talked about that, folks. That nothing new to see here. He's not going to do anything. The Democrats, and I'm trying to make one of the classes I was in this week was with we were doing some things with Adobe Express. So I may make a little video with cartoon characters or something talking about the Democrats. I'm working on it, trying to use some things I learned this week. But the Democrats, the people you keep voting for, they despise you. They hate your guts. He's not going to instill a curfew. He doesn't care if you all kill each other. That's what you're doing anyway. He doesn't give a care. He goes to his nice, expensive home. It doesn't, no skin off his back. Brandon Johnson has stolen those millions. Chocolate, how you doing, love? Go check with those illegals. They got billions of dollars. St. Louis has started to arrest the parents for their kids' unruly behavior in the city and streets. Tommy, we need that all over America. Yes. Now you see what we have to deal with in the school system. As I've told you, if you ever hear it, and I hear it on plenty of shows, the school created the pipeline from the school to the prison. No, 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 no. That is not the school. That is the parents. And every time I hear that, I have to shut people down quickly with facts and receipts. Amy, Brandon cares about one thing and one thing only, himself, and he knows he's on the way out. Yeah, so he doesn't give a care. It's not him or his kids being shot down like dogs. Yeah, Chocolate, Brandon Johnson belongs in prison. Yes, Chocolate, I wish they would get him. Tell him to move to the hood. Mayor, he's not moving in a community, a poor Black community. No, 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 no. Hit that like button, Chocolate. Share this stream out, love. Thank you so much. Follow the money. Yeah. So that's where we are with that. And Chicago is a jungle. Chicago is a dangerous place. And anyone who's there, and like I said, I feel bad for the old people who are, they're old and they're just trapped. If I could, I would go and rescue all of them. Prosperity says she's not going anywhere. She's going to stay and fight. So we just have to keep her lifted up in prayer. Clue to this, he said, I have 11, 13, and a 17-year-old in my home. Yeah. Right. Get the likes up. Thank you, Lord Jammer. Brandon Johnson lives in an upper middle class enclave surrounded by the ghetto. Right, Blexit? He's not going to the ghetto. So he doesn't have shooting and killing and mugging in his community. That's in the ghetto. He doesn't live there. He doesn't care. Need a recall law for Jackson and Pritzker. How you doing, Ewald Radovich? Ewald, I think you're new here. Hit the like button, love. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure it is on all notifications. He's claiming he still lives on the west side. Johnson won't move to the hood. No. Hey, the way he's hated, oh my God, he wouldn't make it out. Thank you, Chocolate. Chocolate, share this stream on your Facebook page. Thinks like a lion. How you doing, love? Hit the like button. Share this stream out. Chicago has to rise up. Detroit, you got it. They've got to rise up. It's a concrete jungle. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want, honey. We know the names. We are the people that you can find wherever you may need. If you got the money, honey, we got your disease. It's a jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Watch it bring it to you. Na 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 knees. Ow! I want to see you bleed. Welcome to the jungle. We take it day by day. All right. Someone tell me the artist and the year. Detroit. All right. And I know I don't have a good singing voice, but I just break off into song because all of you are my age and you know all these songs. Papa was a rolling stone. Yeah, that's the Temptation. Somebody tell me the song I was just singing. Guns N' Roses. Woo, I love Guns N' Roses. I play them in my classroom too. 89. MAGA. Woohoo. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to the jungle. I missed you all so much. Things like a lion, chocolate. Who else is here? All of you, please, please, please make sure you are here tomorrow. I will be reviewing a video. This is a YouTuber who is said bad things about me and other conservative content creators. And so I will play his video and we'll have a good laugh. I missed you all. I am so glad to be here. I love Axl Rose. Guns N' Roses, they were my favorite big hair band. Miss Rowland, thank you for saying in one of your shows that the illegal who said no more money for you was deported. Yes, he was deported. Yes. Hot fun in the summertime. Lanita, I love Sly Stone. I knew a man who lived in Brandon Johnson's neighborhood that had a ballroom in his house. Blexit, da Communita. Thank you for that info. Oh, yeah. She's got eyes of the bluest skies, and if they thought of rain, I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of a warm, safe place where as a child I and wait for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. Whoa, whoa, sweet child of mine. Woo, I told you, I know some Guns N' Roses. Oh, yeah, where are we? What do you think about the Epstein situation? Chocolate, let me tell you, because I talked to Florida about this, and I was going to talk about that too. This is my thing. I know there are many in MAGA. You know, Trump said they're listening to some Democratic BS. This is my thing, and I've already talked to Florida about that. I know some people are turning on Trump. This is what I'm saying. I voted for Trump. I don't care about that Epstein list. He is doing what I wanted him to do. He's bringing, Americans are getting jobs because he is deporting all of these illegal people. Nights over Egypt. I love that, Lanita. Yes. Oh yeah. Little Nirvana. Oh yeah. Okay, I could do some Nirvana. Let me check on them. The far northwest side is now seeing cry. Yeah. Robert Butler. Yeah, he was crying, complaining when he was getting deported. He looked so. Oh yeah, Kami, you talking about the one that said no more money for you? You lazy. Yeah, they're all crying. Go get these jobs. There were a couple of more big busts from ICE. Americans are getting jobs. This is what I voted for. So the Epstein list, whether it comes out or not, I told Florida, because we were texting about this, I think yesterday or whenever. Whatever happens with the Epstein list, I'm not turning on all the good that he has done. And so I'm happy. I said the same thing. That list is not my business. My girl. Yes. MAGA tomorrow. What are your thoughts? All these people, they're so upset about the Epstein list. I'm happy with what he's doing for Americans. The Epstein list, as far as I'm concerned, is between those people and their God, whoever they serve. Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's my favorite one, Detroit. That's my favorite, Nirvana. So I'm just saying, you know, these people out here saying horrible things about Trump and turning on him. They're so fickle. I am not, no, I wasn't on it and don't care. My girl, I'm not on the list. I don't give a care. If the list comes out, I'm okay. If the list does not come out, I'm still okay. I don't care. Let Trump keep deporting people. Let American men and women continue to get these jobs that are opening up. I thank God for what is happening. And so the people that want to turn on him are fickle. Let them go. Silly of me. Oh, silly of me to think that oh yes, God. Now you know I'm not going to try to sing any of her songs because she's what, 3 or 4 octaves. I'm not going to embarrass myself, but I love Niecy Williams. And you know what? I missed all of you when I was at that teachers conference this week, and I thought about a song, and I'm going to see who remembers this song in the year. Lord Jammer says, I trust in Trump. Lord Jammer, how many of you are standing with Trump? Type a 1 in the comments section. I need a 1. Type a 1 if you are standing, if you don't give a care, if the list comes out or not. Yes, Chocolate, I voted for Trump, not Epstein. Thank you, Mayor. I missed you too. Yes. Tijuana said, no new way. Yes, I don't give a care. I voted. He's doing what I asked him to do, what I voted for him to do. I don't care what happens with that Epstein list. People are too fickle for me anyway. I'm sick of it. Yes, MAGA. And you know what I was thinking about, Amy? We missed. Yes, I missed you too, Amy. All of you. We are true American patriots. We are not turning our backs on the good that he has done, the good that he is continuing to do. Oh yeah, love don't live here anymore. That's Rolls Royce. Yes. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Gilbert, how you doing? Love, hit the like button. Mayor, I'm Eastern Standard Time. I'm here at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. I'm here at Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base. I'm here with our military, and thank everyone who has served in the service. If you've had family members to serve, I thank you. No fair weather MAGA. We go through the rain to get Tijuana. Say it for the people in the back. I like what he's doing. I'm not turning my back. We've come too far to go back now. Chicago, I missed all of you. I was sitting in those sessions all week like, God, I want to go home. I want to go because I wanted to come live and be with all of you. And, you know, I thought about a song when I was sitting in there thinking about you guys. And how many of you remember this song? My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you. Like a million miles away from me, you couldn't see how I adored you. So close, and yet so far. Anyone remember that? I thought about that for some reason when I was like, God, I wish I was home making a video. Yeah, Tijuana! Greece is the word that you heard. It's got, you don't like Frankie Valley. Tijuana. Oh, Heartbreak Hotel. Oh. Tijuana just broke my heart. Tijuana. How you doing? Amy Smith. Thank you. Amy told me to keep it up. Amy, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm sending you some hearts. Love. Those are for you. They're in the comment section. Timothy, looks like every Democrat was on that list. Doesn't mean they all were or were not involved with the corruption. Trump is still doing what's best for the country and the people. That's all I care about. Oh, Amy, you love that song. My Eyes Adored You by Frankie Valli. Oh, my God. I thought about that song. I won a radio contest with My Eyes Adored You. Hey, is this not the best chat on YouTube? Yeah, I know we don't have 100,000 people. That's okay. The people that we do have, we matter. We're important. I love that. I'm thinking about going into nursing. Chocolate, if you need help, send me an email. Yeah, if you know, there's financial aid that's available. There are all kinds of programs depending on where where you are in your life. So yeah, let me know. I put a spell on you. Yeah, God has the people He wants here. My girl. Ooh, say that again for the people in the back. Yes, we have a good time, and I know I can't sing that great, but it just. I try to hum a few bars. We all remember good times, when we didn't have all this white racism and supremacy and all of this division. And I think that's why I keep going back. You'll get there. Content is good. Thank you so much, Amy. Yeah, Amy, we're glad you're here. And this is what we do. We have fun here. We share content. I talk. But I also want to know what your thought process is. And that's what we do. And we have some crazy trolls come in sometimes and we just laugh like whatever. Most of us are Generation Xers. I don't care what you call me. I'm not going to get mad. People try to get a rise out of you, man. If you want to call me names and that makes you feel good, go for it. I'm up for it. I don't care. All right, Gilbert, thank you. Make sure you're here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to play that video and we're going to have a good laugh at this guy. And he's still crying about, so the things I'm saying, these people talking about me and these other content creators, that they won't admit that white racism and supremacy is the problem, and and they need. And he was saying stuff like they need to go learn their history. I was just like, oh my God. Woo, baby Gilbert, baby boomer. All right, baby boomers in the house too. Hey, yes. So, whatever. I won a hula hoop contest at a bar and a seafood dinner, and I'm allergic to shellfish, so I gave it away in 1993. Chicago Hood, you have a lot of stories to tell. I love it. Little green apples, yeah. So that's where we are. And tomorrow, I have the video pulled up. I will play it for you. He's talking crap, talking. No one really watches her. She doesn't get a lot of views. And I looked at his channel and his views on his videos. I said, no, he didn't fix his mouth to say that. My girls. Where's my girls? I don't know, my girls. Little green apples. Now, if you're going back to the 50s, my girls, now, come on now. Give me a break. So I will see you at 5. Yes, Ma, your time it'll be 5. My time it'll be 6. Now, me and Maga tomorrow finally got on the same page. So, yeah, if you're enjoying this content, share this. We're almost at 14,000, folks. We are about 64, 66 away. So if you continue to share, like I said, the channel was growing and I wasn't even making videos. I was at the teachers conference. But if you continue sharing this stream, if you continue leaving comments, YouTube will share the video out even more. Even once I end the live stream, if you will come up under the video and you see I answer all your comments. That's what I've been doing today since I got home yesterday evening from the conference. And so okay, my girls, stay out of the 60s, my girls. Give me a break. Okay. But I enjoyed you. I'm glad to be back. And make sure you're here tomorrow. We are going to have a good time because we're going to be laughing. We're going to laugh at this guy who obviously has nothing better to do but try to denigrate my name as well as some other content creators. And so we'll all get a laugh. Make cartoon characters of Al Sharpton, Jasmine Crockett, AOC, and Jamal Brown. And Robert, the class I was in yesterday was Adobe Express. So I am going to try to see if I can make a little something. I'll try. I'm working on it. And I'm going to try to use what I learned. And if I do, I'll upload a little video eventually. Can't wait to see him try to roast. Yeah. Tijuana. It's freaking, it's like creepy. The video goes for like, it's like the first 3 minutes is my picture and flames. And he's playing some music. So it's like, what the heck? He's making me out to be the devil. He's playing music and there's nothing but flames and my picture before he ever starts the video. It's called Roasting Roland and Other Tethers. Oh, yeah. Well, make sure you're here on time. We're going to have fun with that tomorrow. Mama said this will probably be the most views his channel gets all at once. Yeah. And then I'm going to go leave a comment up under the video since he made the statement, you know, yeah, he told his subscribers, yeah, I would have, you know, have her on so we could debate, but you know, they won't debate me. Oh, I'm going to leave him a comment. Sir, just let me know when you're available. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. I love debating. Bill ABC, how you doing? Hit the like button, dear. We're leaving. Go back and get the replay. Make sure you're here tomorrow at 6. I have a treat for you. Yeah, Chicago Hood does have some good stories, Florida. Yes, Detroit. Detroit's going to be on deck. All right, baby. Amy, love this today. Coldplay hasn't made a single in years. A couple of days ago, he made. Okay. Thank you, Amy, for that. Exactly, Marga. He's a loser. Yeah. We're gonna have a good time tomorrow. So make sure you're here. We're gonna laugh. Hey, if you have nothing better to do but make videos on me denigrating my name, if that makes you feel good, I support you. I have at it. He got an FAFO tomorrow because we got your back. Thank you, Lanita. I got Lord Jammer, Marga, Chicago Hood, Lanita, Amy, Detroit, Bill ABC, Baldwin Birds, Florida, My Girls, Chocolate, Tijuana, Chicago Hood, Jammer, Robert, and everybody. Let's see what he's going to do. Oh my, yeah, when the stream is over, please, yeah, if you leave comments, I'm still going to be here at my computer. Chocolate, send me an email if you need assistance with financial aid. You have questions about financial aid. If you're trying to go to nursing school, I can help you with that, dear, because I help students. That's something else I help students do. So I'll type my email here in the comment section, LSIBERT, and that's going to be at ymail.com. And if you have any questions, just shoot me an email and then we can talk. The whole crew, yes. Yeah, you can leave an emoji. I'll respond. I don't care. Leave some comments. And please don't miss tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be fire. I promise. I promise it's going to be fire. Chocolate, yeah, that's an L, not an I, okay? But if you send me an email, if I get it, I will respond. So we're going to go now. I love you. I missed you all. I am so glad to be back. Oh, my God. Oh. And so, yeah, I'm coming to talk to you now in this comment section. But once this live ends, there's still 42 people here in the comment section. If all 42 of you go and leave a comment up under the video, VIPA, all right, I promise I'm sitting right here at my computer. I will respond as soon as you leave your comment. Is that a deal? And Florida keeps reminding me because I always forget. Yeah, everyone, please stay safe. Because I want you here tomorrow so we can have a good time. Life is short. So let's go ahead and, like I said, leave a comment. Once I end it under the description box, I will respond. I love you. Be safe. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, my girls, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to have a party. All right, I'm coming to talk to you right now. In the comment section. Thank you for spending your very valuable time here at the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. And you know where I'm going right now. I'm coming to talk to you in the comment section. So meet me there right now.